statistics, we're continuing on the 5.1 notes. We got through example 3 yesterday, so today we're starting here where it talks about simple random samples. A simple random sample is just a good way of getting opinion from people. It's a good way of taking a sample. We're going to abbreviate that as SRS, simple random sample, where each individual has an equally likely chance of being chosen. To do this, you have to be able to randomly choose people. And that's where we're going to get into this section, is a random digit table. So if you don't have a computer or a calculator, which will do a random number generator, you use what is called a random digit table. So it's got a whole bunch of digits from 0 to 9. Look at this random digit table down here. Each entry is equally likely. So like this number right here is equally likely to be a 7 as this number right here. So each number has a 1 in 10 chance of being a certain digit. A 7 could be right after a 7. Like the next number still has a 1 in 10 chance of being a certain digit. Okay, it's kind of like flipping a coin, except it's a 10-sided coin. Like they'll come up completely randomly. Let's see, the entries are independent of each other. That's what I just said. Like it doesn't matter what the last entry was for the next one. A list of random digits can be found using technology. Okay, so we're going to use a random digit table, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I don't think we're going to do it on the calculator because you have to reset it every time, but we're going to do it online. Okay, how to choose an SRS, a simple random sample. First, you need to label it. So you need to decide how many people you're going to choose. If you're going assign a number, no, you're labeling the people. So if I want to pick 10 people out of the population of students at the high school, I need to give everybody in the school a number, because I don't have a list of names in a hat. I have a list of numbers. So I'm going to first assign everybody a number, and we're going to make sure that all labels have the same number of digits. So since we have approximately 350 students in our population, student number 1 would have to be 001, and student number 110 would have to be 010. They all have to be 3 digits long, so we can get all the way up to 350. And then from there, we're going to pick digits out of the table. Okay, so I want to show you how to do this with example 4. Says we're going to pick students from the senior class. There are 85 seniors in the class. We're going to use the table to represent the entire class. Select any row and break the numbers into groups of 2. Okay, so we've got 5 people to pick. We've got 85 to choose from. So first thing, we're numbering the people from 01 to 85, 2 digits. With a random digit table, you can start wherever. You can start on line 1, you can start on line 12. I'm going to start on line 16. And I'm going to break my digits up into 2 people. Zoom in. So first person picked is number 1. Second person picked is number 61. Then number 76. Then number 17. Then number 10. Then number 24. Then number 23. Then number 87. But there is no number 87. There's only 85 people. So we cross that out and we keep going. Number 28. Number 91. Nope, there's no 91. And we keep doing that until we get 5 people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I could have stopped a while ago. So those are my 5 people. Whoever I assigned number 1, number 61, number 76, number 17, and number 10, you're the winners. You get to go on the trip. That's how you use a random digit table. It doesn't matter where you start because everything's random. Okay, for example, 5. This time we're choosing 5 students from the entire school. So we're going to say we have approximately 360 students. So this time we have to break into groups of 3. So let's start at a different row, but we start at row 23 this time. Okay, so my first student would be 134. Second would be 496, but that's not a person. 972, nobody has that number. 383, nobody has that number. 697, nope. Keep going. 662, nope. 541. Notice how I'm still doing groups of threes, just because it's a no-go doesn't mean you just shift over one digit. You still do groups of threes. 201, that's a winner. 203 is a winner. So we're up to 3 people. 865 is a no. 520, go to the next line. 528, that's a no. 936, 582, 384, nope, we only had 360. 460, 310, there's number 4. No, 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 and then we have 177, that's a winner, so that should be winner number 5. So whoever was 134, 310, 177, 201, and 203, congratulations, you won the trip. Okay, the next section is all about doing this on your TI-84, but since they reset every time you open them, this is going to be super annoying. So I'm going to just show you how to do it on your Chromebook. So if you open up a new tab and just search for random number generator in the search bar, this little menu is going to pop up. So we can search for a random number between any values. So if we're using our last example of 360 students, we have people numbered from 1 to 360, and we'll get one random number at a time. And you can just keep doing that until you get all the numbers you need. If one resets, like if I got 304 again, you just ignore that one and move on to the next one until you get your 5 or your 10, however many numbers you need for the example. So everything in example 6A we're going to ignore, but let's do 7 and 8. Repeat example 1 using the calculator. Example 1 was the seniors going to class, to the thing. So we had, how many seniors? 85. So we're going 1 through 85. My first number is 24. Second number is 57. 34. 79. And 70. And you should get the different answers than your friends. You should not all get the same ones, otherwise they're not random. Okay, so put your 5 numbers there. Do the same thing for example 5, except this time you're changing your max to 360. Generate 5 winners there. Okay. And then the questions. Can you use a random number generator to flip a coin? So you don't have a coin to flip, but you have this random number generator. Yes. To do that, you would set your minimum, you would go from 1 to 2. And then assign one of them to heads and one of them to tails. So in your description here, say assign 1 to heads, 2 to tails, and just do a random number generator from 1 to 2. Can you choose 10 cards from a deck of 52? Absolutely. Number each of the cards from 1 to 52, like Ace of Hearts would be 1, and so on. And then in your number generator, 1 through 52, and just pick out 10 cards. And if you get a repeat, you move on to the next card, because it doesn't say you're putting the card back. Can you pick a jury of 12 from 500 people? Absolutely. Number everybody in town from 1 to 500, and then use your random number generator and pick out 12 numbers. Okay, the next thing we're doing is the Gettysburg Address activity. So go ahead and pull out those two files. Okay, for the first one, quickly circle a random sample of 5 words. So in the speech, just circle any 5 words. Don't think about it, just do it all over the place. Circle 5. Then write them below. How many letters are in each word? You got that. Average out your word length. So take this number of letters in each word divided by 5. So that's your average number of words. And then we're going to create a group dot plot. So if you go to this link and type in that code, enter an existing class code. All right, if you're doing this after class has started, hopefully you'll have something, but you're going to enter your number into the plot. If it won't, for some reason it won't let me. Hopefully it'll work when we're doing it in class. You're just going to put your number in there and it's going to create a dot plot. So like we were doing it on the board, except it's going to be on here. Then you can screenshot that and paste it back here under number 3. All right. For 4, you're going to pick the 5 words using a random number generator. So on the back side of the second page of the speech, the words are numbered from 1 to 268. So put 1 to 268 in the random number generator and pick 5 numbers that way, and then we will enter our data into the class code. Different link this time, different class code because it's a different dot plot. And then compare. All right, then you're going to do it again with 10 words instead of 5. Different class code, different dot plot. If it's not going to let you enter, you can just copy the dot plot that's already there. That should be done. Unless you're doing this before class. If you're doing it after normal class, there should be a dot plot there for you. Okay, and then you're just going to continue on this. So this assignment will be due Monday. And this is also the end of section 5.1. So we'll do some activity Monday, most likely having a quiz on Tuesday. All right, I'll see you for a check-in at the last 10 minutes.